Today, I wanted to break down the importance of nat sound, special effects sound, those elements outside of music that really bring a story to life. You know, if you're out and you're filming something, you really want to capture those elements that bring the viewer to where you are. Now this example that I'm going to show you today was inspired by going to the movies, watching a trailer for a very, very famous franchise. And while watching this trailer, I noticed that something was missing. Here, check it out.
Lives are not defined by any one action. Our lives are the sum of our choices.
Everything you are, everything you've done has come to this.
When the need for certainty is absolute and the odds are deemed impossible, the mission falls to him.
Should he choose to accept?
If you couldn't tell, it's nothing but music and dialogue. A couple of whooshes here and there. This is Mission Freaking Impossible, man. Like, you want to hear all of those sounds, the helicopter whirling, the wind, the water, Tom Cruise running at full speed. And there's none of that. It's not in here. And that bothered me. It bothered like everyone on the team that we shared this with, but because I'm a nerd, I took the trailer and I added back the sounds that were missing. So let me share with you the sequence, the timeline where I added back in the sound effects. Take a look at my screen. This is my working timeline. These are all the sound effects I layered back in like a crazy person. Here's what it sounds like now with those sound effects layered back in. Here's the other thing. I don't have the mix down of the dialogue track and the music. I couldn't separate that. So I know that I'm layering this in with pre-mixed audio, which was a little difficult, which means those nats really, and when I say nats, by the way, that means natural sound. That's just kind of like an industry term. Other people call it Foley, sound effects, sound design, different things. To me, it's just nats, right? I tried different things to layer it in. This helicopter sound, a little radio static right here. It needs like some extra things for your ears, right? This underwater shot, right? Everything sounds muffled whenever you're underwater. So I took this sound that sounds like this, and then I layered on top of it this studio reverb. And so it really just kind of makes it its own unique sound. Okay, I'm gonna break down this one part. This is the peak of the action, right? So let's watch it the way they edited it.
I need you to trust me. One last time.
I trust you, Tom Cruise. There's just so much going on, so much explosions in action, and then this stunt sequence of, you know, it's Tom Cruise hanging off this plane, wind is hitting him in the face. So I really wanted to ramp that up. So what I ended up doing here was making that like the thing in this sequence. And I took away the music and took away the track and ramped up the sound effects on the wind. So here's what we ended up having.
Neither should you.
I need you to trust me. One last time.
I also added back in that alarm going off because you see the lights flashing. So you need something else to know that you're in that environment, right? We saw lights flashing, but all we heard was his voice. Again, another layer. To all the editors out there that edit trailers, that edit films, look, I totally get it. This is a teaser trailer. I'm sure that you all worked with only the footage and the stuff that they provided you. So this isn't a knock on the editors that edited this, studios, people that give things to other editors to edit. Give them all the tools that they need, man. Like, bring it to life. Oh, anyways, here I present to you Storyville Road's version of the Mission Impossible trailer with sound effects, with all the things mixed right back in. Enjoy it, and that's all we got for this week. Peace.
Our lives are not defined by any one action. Our lives are the sum of our choices.
Everything you are, everything you've done has come to this.
When the need for certainty is absolute and the odds are deemed impossible, the mission falls to him.
Should he choose to accept?
For every life you tried to save, you gambled millions more. And now the fate of every living soul on Earth is your responsibility.
That's the pattern, isn't it? You refuse to sacrifice the ones you hold close.
You've always been on the right side, brother. I have no regrets. Neither should you.
I need you to trust me one last time.